any mistake, somebody's... Oh, Lexus off!
That's the second Lexus, I think. It is the second Lexus,
damage.
Yeah, damage to that left front, isn't it? Well, actually the side of the car. We're going to see a replay of what's happened here. Dives down the inside, but it's a little bit too late, isn't it? Spins around the Ferrari and then gets tagged.
That's also the 46 car of Ahmed Al-Hati delayed by that.
So
that
it
was
looked like on
late.
board, it's too late,
No,
it's too late.
no.
So not only have you sustained some damage to your car and been spun around, I think a penalty is going to be coming your way as well.
Ahmed Al-Hati did well to avoid A, the accident, and B, the gravel trap that was waiting. But Ben Keating picked up 3 places there as a result of all those cars going off in front. And again, this is what racing is all about. It's not about having the fastest car. It's about surviving at the limit of your performance for 10 hours.
And that will wind back out to the Akoda CSP number 78 car. And the door open.
You're going to want to come back as quickly as you can, but like with a puncture, as slowly as possible, because if you rip out the mountings for the door, and Marco Sorensen
must close the door or bring in the car to repair.
This is shades.
009 closes the door or brings the car into repair.
Shades of Neil Jarni last year in Spa in the 99 Porsche behind the safety car, trying to slam the door to avoid having to stop.
He's going to have to be really careful here because it's on the wrong side of the car, but he doesn't want the air to bend that further
to rip it off.
Yes.
Exactly, yeah. Those of a certain vintage may remember doors blowing off 956 Porsches in the early Group C days. This is just, they've probably changed the drinks bottle or pumped something into the oil system and not latched the door
And this
closed.
is where you can see, so this is a true hypercar. It's designed to be a road car, a very good road car. And with it, yeah, there you go, door off. He's driving way too fast, irresponsibly too quick for what was going on there. They're not here to win today. They're here to finish and to have as clean a race as possible. And I think that was, yeah, the team should have been onto him to just slow down. Like we all spotted it. And, I was going to say, so it's a road car design, and you wouldn't design a prototype to have a door mechanism like that, because you want to be able to hold it, you want to be able to get hold of it, and that's what Neil Janny was able to do last year in Spa because of the different door design. And what they want, no more errors from the whole Ferrari crew, particularly in situations like full course yellows and safety cars.
He's right as well, by the way. We heard Bruce say to Robert that...
oh, look at this. Sorry, Graham. Look at this. Could be a change.
That was a tag as they came through and threaded the needle. And that is the Alpine. That could have been an awful lot worse.
Well, I thought it was going to be an overtake. It was ultimately, but I didn't expect the car to get turned around. And that was, you had the hypercars going in before the final corner, either side of the GT cars. So I need to have another look at that one.
It was at least 3 wide. I think for a moment it was 4 wide.
I think it was 4, wasn't it? And I just sensed as soon as you started talking, sorry to cut in, but look, yeah, in between the two of them, and he has tagged the Porsche. Is that the Iron Dames car? Yes.
I'm gonna he tagged it.
Yeah, exactly. He tagged, yeah. And so this is on the exit in between the two cars. That's risky stuff. And then V is a little bit too far to the right-hand side. I mean, you see a gap. That could have been a high-speed shunt from the car behind as well, the Ferrari that came up very quickly, and look at that. That could have turned around so quickly.
He was so lucky not to collect both GT cars there.
You know what it reminds me of, Graham? It's the moment we saw last year with Earl Bamber and in Spa.
Yes, indeed.
With the Sean Gallale BMW incident. It's just, these cars are long, and you got to give it time before you cut back in front. And all it takes that one little veer to the right-hand side. It sounds easy, but it's really not. And just that one moment going in between two GT cars. We've all done it. It's something you do, unfortunately, have to do, but particularly when you're defending your position. So I can't blame him for that. What I can blame him for is just veering to the right slightly, because there's nothing that the Porsche could have done and wouldn't have expected it.
Next year, is that correct?
Correct. Next season we will provide a new range of tires.
Smoke in the car.
Yeah, this is not good news for the 77 Proton car that caught fire. He's pulling over. Bernardo Souza pulling over. Right, bailing out very quickly, fire underneath the car. This is almost a direct repeat of what happened to Ben Tuck in the very first session of the Prologue last week. He gets out and he's not been able to stop right by a fire point. Safety car scrambled immediately by Eduardo Freitas because he's going to want to send a fire engine or something down there. Nearest marshal's post is right beside him, but it's not a fire post. And he is absolutely powerless to do anything about it. So there is an onboard fire extinguisher system, but this is deja vu all over again for the team.
I think the extinguisher went off actually when he was trying to get.
It looked like it in the cockpit, didn't it? But it does not extinguish. There's a double system inside the cockpit to provide protection for the driver, but also underneath the bonnet. And he's just, somebody please come with a fire extinguisher. Now the marshals obviously are reticent to just start running across the track immediately because there are racing cars out there.
Well, and actually the driver can't cross the track either, so you've got to stick to, that's not good. Yeah,
he's going to try and save the car if he can, rather than stand and watch it burn to the ground.
But you're not allowed to cross the track under a safety car situation. So yeah, he's going to be getting a fine or some kind of penalty coming his way as well.
I've been watching sports car racing since 1979, Group 5 transition into Group C. I am not wishing this away. I've seen some highs, I've seen a lot of lows, a lot of very thin grids, and this is absolutely the platinum era of endurance racing. Lights are out on the safety car. Martin Haven, Graham Goodwin and Anthony Davidson correcting me in the booth. In the pit lane, Bruce Ioane and Alex Lequi with the probing questions. And on track, Cadillac 1-2, just as the boss came in for a chat. I hope he got a picture of the timings.
Oh no! Oh no! The absolute nightmare scenario for Jota has just happened. Alex Lynn directly into the back of Jenson Button's car. Both cars damaged.
And badly damaged. I'm not sure that's just a clip.
And both cars into the pits. Inevitably, that was Jenson just braking before accelerating through the final corner to get a run, catching out his teammate Alex Lynn, who was going for it. He was desperate not for Jenson Button to get a gap on him. The Jenson accelerates, brakes early, and then Alex is accelerating just as Jenson's braking. Oh dear, the nightmare scenario.
And they had the perfect opportunity with the Lexus holding all of the other hypercars up to really get a break.
He thought he had gone. He thought he had gone. He accelerated and he went with him.
And it happens. Both cars in the pits. We have gone green. The race is being led by the Ferraris. 1-2 again. 51 leads after it seemed like being caught out horrendously by the safety car. 51 leads, 50 in second place. It is a Ferrari 1, 2, 3 because the 83, the yellow Ferrari, is in third. New tail goes on, or does it, onto 38?
12 is away. 12 is away. So 38 is further delayed.
It was a more complex hit at the back of the car than the front, basically.
JB just totally brake checked me.